So where are we going right now again, Mike?
We are going towards Zepf.
Okay. So this is where you grew up that we're headed right now?
Yes, we are heading towards where I grew up.
Okay. So how old were you when you lived there?
I moved there in 1978 on January or sometime in March, and then we moved out of there on June 30th, and that would have been, I was 11 years old in 1989.
11 years old in 1989. I was just 2. I was just a little guy.
Oh yeah. Well, someday when you're older, you'll understand why I'm doing this 28 year ago cycle thing.
Yeah.
Patrick, can I be a front seat driver?
Yes.
Image stabilizer on?
Yes.
Cool.
So, Mike, did you come up with this calendar, or did you learn about it somewhere and then it just stuck with you, or how?
I learned about it somewhere. Actually, it was back in 1985 when I learned about it. Or I should say the first 1985. There was another 1985 called 2013 that was, insane. But it was in the first 1985 that I learned about the whole calendar system, and just how the days of the week just go ahead by one day every year. You go forward, and then it goes ahead by 2 days of the week if you cross a February 29th. It's a leap year.
So where did you learn about this from?
Oh, I just learned about it.
You just stumbled across it.
Sorry?
You just kind of stumbled across it, and then
I stumbled across it. Like for instance, it was 1984. It was Christmas Day, and it was on a Tuesday. And then I reckon that every year would fall on a Tuesday on Christmas Day. And then I quickly learned in 1985 that Christmas Day would fall on a Wednesday. So I assumed that in 1986, Christmas Day would fall on a Thursday, and then 87 would fall on a Friday, and 88 would fall on a Saturday, and so on and so forth. But little did I realize that 1984 was a leap year. So that's the first ever calendar I ever got to learn. It was in 1984, it being a leap year. And then 1985 only had 28 days in the month of February, and I was a little bit startled by it, and I was just wondering if this pattern would continue with the days getting shorter all the time in the month of February. But that clearly wasn't the case. So I learned that. Then I learned, I think a year later, that leap years are every 4 years, where you add an extra day to the month of February. In 1986, it was, there was also 28 days in the month of February, and so I learned that the next leap year after 84 was 1988. And so once I learned about that, I learned that the Christmas Day would fall 2 days of the week ahead of 87 instead of 1 day ahead. So that's when I learned that Christmas Day would fall on a Sunday in 1988. And then 1989 was back to the same kind of calendar that was used in 1985. Now, once I got to the big matching year anniversary event of when I picked up my grandmother at the airport in 1984, this was in 2012. I was in big celebration mode because it was the first ever conscious memory where I was aware of the date and the time. And this was on August 5th, and I had such a wonderful good day there. It was the best thing I ever had in my life. Being able to relive a long time ago memory, and being able to do it all over again. It just felt like you get to do something twice in a lifetime instead of once.
Huh. So 28 years from today, are you going to remember doing this video, and are you going to remember this day?
Assuming this world is still around and the economy, the global economy hasn't collapsed, I would say I'll be remembering this time, and I might do, if I'm still around here, I might do another recording.
Huh. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I'll be 67 years old. I'll be an old man.
We're all getting there, man.
Yeah.